Before the release of the movie Avengers Infinity War, we've decided to compile a list of comic books about Thanos that are worth reading in order to understand who the Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy will encounter in their first movie crossover. Before we go on, it should be noted that this list contains spoilers. You've been warned. Thanos is one of the main enemies of the Avengers comic books. Throughout his existence on the pages of Marvel, he has become the hero of many stories. In this collection, we've selected the ones that will help you understand who the Crazy Titan is, and why he's the main villain in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Thanos Rising. This is the story of the origin of Thanos, which tells of his earliest years and shows the evolution of the character. To understand where he came from, why the Titan hated all life and was carried away by nihilism and death, you should read this comic book. In addition, it is where his relationship begins with the physical execution of Death, Mistress Death. This is a rare comic where Thanos is shown after his birth, and in several other periods of his life. Thanos Rising is also interesting because we can see Titan, the moon of Saturn, before its decay and destruction. Infinity. This is about a global event in the Marvel Universe that affected several teams of Avengers and Inhumans. Amongst the backdrop of war between the empires of Kree and Shi'ar, as well as the threat of the mysterious Builders, Thanos learns that he had a son with an Inhuman woman that managed to escape him many years ago. Upon discovering this, Thanos goes in search of his son, Thane, who is held on the Earth city of Inhumans, Attilan. However, rather than seeking his son to make up for his lost years as a father, Thanos decides that he had made a mistake in his past by not killing his son, as his sheer existence threatens to harm his future plans. In addition to the history of Thanos, this comic also has many beautiful cosmic battles. Thanos Quest. Thanos Quest is a short miniseries about how Thanos travels throughout the universe, collecting the Infinity Stones and taking them from the current owners. His goal is to collect all 6 stones so that he can put them in the Infinity Glove. This comic shows the power of the stones and provides a brief history to their origin. In the story, there are ancients who protect the Infinity Stones. Among them are the Collector, the Gardener, the Runner, the In-Between, and the Grand Master. Each is briefly represented in the comics. All are serious opponents for Thanos, but the reward for victory over them are artifacts of enormous power. The Infinity Gauntlet. Perhaps the comic that is most relevant to Thanos. This issue answers the question of what a Crazy Titan would do if he were to receive an artifact capable of changing the universe at will. In the Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos, with the help of the Infinity Glove and gems collected in Thanos Quest, decides to change the universe, at the expense of destroying half of its inhabitants. He does this all for the sake of his beloved Death, and can only be stopped by the superheroes led by Adam Warlock, who rise up to fight Thanos. This comic features a great many characters, from Daredevil and the X-Men to the Fantastic Four and Captain America. These heroes try to stop Thanos, who challenges the ancient cosmic entities Galactus, Kronos, Celestius, and others. By the way, it was this comic that inspired Marvel Studios to create Avengers Infinity War. Marvel: The End. This story is not canon in the main lore of Thanos. It does reference him, however. In the plot, one of the pharaohs of ancient Egypt returns to Earth and wants to change the world order. He does this by subjugating all the heroes of Earth, most of the main characters, so that no one can interfere with him. Upon learning of the pharaoh's power, Thanos decides to find out its source. With the help of some of the surviving superheroes, the Insane Titan is able to pursue this goal and search for the power he believes to rival the Infinity Glove he once owned. In the end, by attempting to defeat one evil, the Avengers actually push Thanos to unprecedented power, which they cannot later cope with. Annihilation. This comic portrays yet another global event. The difference is that this time, however, the ruler of the Negative Zone, Annihilus, invades the main universe. To stop this, the cosmic heroes and defenders of Earth must unite to not only beat Annihilus himself, but also the Annihilation Wave. In the story, Thanos is pretending to be an ally of the invader and is secretly manipulating him to try to annihilate his enemies, who several times deprive him of his triumph. It's not often that Thanos appears as a subordinate to another villain, but this comic is the exception. Ironically, he does so voluntarily up to a certain point. Thanos Imperative. This is a story of how a rift opens up between two universes, allowing evil versions of the Marvel heroes to enter. In their world, death was defeated and all living things are ruled by beings resembling the gods from the myths of Cthulhu. In the plot, Thanos appears in the shoes of a hero, if anyone can call him that. This is because he becomes the messenger of death in a universe where Lady Death died, and all become immortal. The Mad Titan always wanted to serve Death, and this time his enemies allowed him to do it. Only with his help can the Guardians of the Galaxy save the world. Thanos Volume 2. The current series continues with Thanos and his struggle with his son Thane, only this time the son of the Mad Titan is bonded with the Phoenix Force, through which he deprives his father of all strength and immortality. Now the Mad Titan is mortal, and he needs to find a way to regain his powers and take revenge. This plot also features the Cosmic Ghost Rider and King Thanos from the future, who asks his past self for help bringing back Lady Death. Let us know your thoughts about Avengers Infinity War in the comments below, and consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already.